Yeah, so I have started the recording. So that we can refer back if at all we need this thing. So the first line that I was talking about, that my post graduation, and I want to apply for this thing, and this first line itself is now out of the picture now. Of the four lines, I just have three lines. Okay, you can see it aligns with my passion for business, technology, leadership, with strong foundation in commerce and computer science. See, the point is that when you say that it aligns with my passion for business, you have to give them some examples. That see, the point is that, sir, every line that I write, every statement that that I will write, are they going to question me on that? Obviously, 110% they are going to be. And that is why if you can see, I have multiple SOPs open also. I'll show you those SOPs also, but let's first of all look at yours. Okay, so you are saying that it aligns with my passion for technology and leadership. First of all, business and technology, there's no need for technology, I think, because fine, I mean, you have a computer's this thing knowledge, but then business and technology, I would have not really liked this one. Okay, leadership is fine, with strong foundation in commerce and computer application. Now this is very vague. Like, commerce what? Okay, obviously they're not asking for your graduation stream, right? They know you are a commerce grad. If you are saying that, I have strong foundations in economics, in business administrations, in so and so areas, that will really help you. In commerce is a very general line which you should be, maybe you should improve that part. So I aim to enhance my skill and knowledge for uh, improvement in career aspect rather than just post graduation. Now this is again, I mean, see, this line is not very professional, to be very honest. Okay, the last line
Mhm.
says that I aim to enhance my skills and knowledge for improvement in career aspect rather than just post graduation. Now this is, I don't think, a very good word in between, rather than just post graduation. I understand what you are trying to write over there. Basically what you're trying to write over there is that I just don't want to do a post graduation for the sake
Degree.
of it. Yeah, I want to enhance my skill and knowledge and this that for my improvement in career. But the point is that, and this is true, they just don't care about your post graduation this thing. There can be a question, like if I were a interviewing panel, I would have asked you that, if you suppose, if you had to do a post graduation that would not have aligned with your career aspect, would you have left it in between? So if the answer is yes, I would have left it, then, like, then what is the point of writing that thing down? Like, you don't need to write that thing down, right? So it's implied, what I'm trying to say. um, I hope that makes sense. Now, I aim to enhance my skill and knowledge for improvement in career. What type of career? That also is very important. Okay. I will discuss all that. The type of questions that I am asking you in your SFP, I'll discuss about those questions also. And then probably we will frame a better this thing. Again, you don't really need to write academic background. All of
Mhm.
this is included in the statement of purpose. So you don't really need to give a statement. I mean, a highlighter, but it's okay, I understand. I'm not saying anything. It's okay if you have written academic background, that's fine. So I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in commerce and commerce in computer application at Emerald's Degree College. First of all, commerce, Varun, tell me one thing. You are doing any honors this thing, or is it a general?
No, so I mean, in BCom, I took majors computer applications.
Okay, major is computer application. That's a, I mean, okay, that's, I understand that. But the fact is that you should ideally include some minor topics also. For example, economics and all that. I hope you understand that,
Yeah,
because that is going to show them that you are uh, inclined for the
inclined to
business. Yeah,
yeah,
if you write too much computer, na, they will
yeah,
ask you then.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll ask you, like, why don't you go for a technical
Technology. Yeah, I got it.
technical course? Why do you want to do MBA? MBA is definitely not aligned with your future graduation this thing. So computer, so it's true that you have done your commerce whatever in computer applications, but it's like, don't push it
Highlight the
everywhere.
computer. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, highlighting it too much, it would not
Trouble.
really work in your favor, right? I'm just
Exactly.
giving you general hygiene factors.
Yes, yes,
Emerald's degree college, fine, with a strong academic record and keen interest. I have done a certification on digital marketing. This is a good one on a digital marketing from NIIT NIIT Foundation, and planning to do further certification on AI from Microsoft. Now, like these things, they don't give a damn about. Okay,
okay, okay,
if I mean, you can write it, but you can write it, but MBA, B schools, MBA prospects, further certification on AI and all that, they just don't give a damn. So fine, you can write it, but they would hardly even look at it. I always wanted to deepen, not a correct English this thing. Also, please check the background in a Google, whatever, you use Grammarly, I would say. Okay,
okay,
Grammarly, that will check the this thing. I always wanted to deepen my understandings. Understanding is fine, understanding is incorrect. I always wanted to deepen my understanding in both business and technology. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Technology again could have been thoda sa, you can just ignore this part, because again, if you were applying for a technical profile, then maybe you can write technology. But if you're applying for, so multiple roles you are applying, so according to the profiles that you are applying, you should be
adjusting.
adjusting the norms, right? Okay. Upon completing my PG MBA, I plan to pursue a career in marketing and consulting. Now, this is a good line. This to some extent, this to some extent tells the panel. Okay, okay. Let me articulate what I'm trying to say, Varun. When you write in your career goals, upon completion of the PG MBA, this thing, I plan to pursue a career in marketing and consulting. Okay, these are very different thing, Varun. Please understand this thing. Okay,
Okay,
you may have written marketing and consulting, but these two, they're like apples and oranges. Both are very different. Okay,
okay,
business consulting is a totally different stream than marketing. Okay, if you would have written marketing advertisement, I would have said, okay, ठीक है, this is okay. Advertisement marketing, like they are related, but consulting marketing are very different. Anyways, okay, you have written marketing and consulting. Very good. And I aspire to work with a leading organization in the industry with business growth. Okay, the point that I'm trying to make is that be prepared for cross questions whenever you are asked. Okay, you plan a career in marketing, you plan a career in consulting, that means you are giving me the freedom to ask you questions on consulting. That means you are giving me freedom to ask you some basic questions on marketing. Like for example, if I ask you that, um, uh, Varun, can you do a break-even analysis of a company? Let's say, there is a product that has been launched. Let's say Lifebuoy, the soap, that has been launched in the market. So let's say I frame a data, this thing, so January, February, March, and all that, and then I'm just giving the sales figure over there. So I'm saying $100. I'm just hypothetically giving number $200, $300. Okay, and this line basically okay, I'm basically giving you the answer to this. So this line, this 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 plot, you can also say this line is basically representing the break even.
mm,
So if I am investing so much amount of money in producing the life boy in the month of January, how much should I be keeping the cost and all that? There could be many questions that I mean, I'm just thinking of a situation. This is one of the situation. There could be many other situations that they can draw, and the answer to that is that if you just want to do, sir, if you want to do a break even, you have to be on this line. For example, if January May I am if I'm selling, if I am creating the product for $100, okay, and I'm selling it also at $100, then it's a break even situation. Break even basically no profit, no loss. It's a
yeah,
break even. But if I make 105 rupees on the $100 this thing investment, then there is a profit situation and all that. So these are the type of question marketing. Okay, and similar question of consulting could also be asked you. The example that I just now took is very much you know can be taken into the purview of any one of the above, but I'm just giving you a general idea, general brief idea, right? So be careful if you, there's no problem you writing about consulting marketing aspirational qualities. But then if you have an aspirational quality in marketing, finance, operations, HR, you have to have that some amount of back end knowledge about them as well. Okay, I hope that makes sense.
Okay.
So I hope you can keep the highlighters with you. I aspire to work with a leading organization. Varun, a question that if I were institute this thing, and Varun, the point is that again, I'm not belittling anybody. I'm not trying to demean anybody. The point is that I will suppose I ask you that or suppose you have a job offer from an organization that is not leading. So are you not going to pick that up?
No, not like, I mean, they if they provide a good package, I'll think of it like that. I will answer.
This should never, never, ever, 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 ever say that. Okay, never,
Okay, okay,
never, ever
okay, okay, okay,
say this thing that if there is no good package and all that.
okay,
See,
okay.
you have to be very careful with your choice of words. So you can say that, sir, if the I will, let's say I'll do a SWOT analysis. I'll look at the pros and the cons of me working with an organization, leading or otherwise. If the there is, uh, you know, these organizations, let's call them the leading organizations. So Meta, Amazon, Alphabet, Netflix, Google. So these are the mang institutions. Okay, they are called the mang institutions. Okay, so organizations. So only if you get a call letter or from a, let's say, a marketing job offer from these mang, or these are the only leading organizations. Suppose Mondelez give you. Mondelez is the parent company of Nestle, Cadbury. No, sorry, not Cadbury. Okay, Cadbury. So this is the Cadbury is basically the daughter company of Mondelez. So Mondelez send you a offer letter, a job offer for marketing or consulting profile. You say no, no, I'll only do Mang profiles. Is that even sounding good? It's not even sounding good, I hope.
Yeah.
So don't use these kind of. I mean,
Okay, okay,
Varun, see, there's no problem with what you have written. The point is that what are the questions that can be designed in and around. We will do a mock interview also sometimes, not right now, after mid of January sometime, because you need to know what are the type of questions that can be asked. Okay, so I hope you understood that leading organization is fine. Organize, you should have these type of answers ready with you, that what type of organization are you aspiring to work with. Now any organization, ideally though, your answer should be something like this: any organization is okay so far they are aligned with my goals. And then you have to write your goals also, Varun, that
yeah,
this is my goals. I mean, I am thinking of achieving these. Matlab, see, Varun, there was a pandemic, a COVID pandemic, so nobody knew that after 5 years people will be alive or not. That is, I mean, that is one aspect of it. But that you cannot say, na, like I'll put everything onto fate. Some planning to you will have to do. So let's say maybe not 5 years worth of planning, but at least 2 years worth of planning to you will do, na. So that much planning you will have to show. And that also tells you that you are a you're a rational person, and you have these thoughts beforehand. I hope that made sense. Marketing consulting, no problem. Leading organization is a bit of a problem, so please do rectify that. And this is okay as long as you have the backup questions or the backup answers ready. Business growth, leading organization in the industry with business growth, again, this thing is not uh,
okay,
I mean, fine, take it, you can write it, but like if it is, let's say, a company that is growing into the not growing, so then obviously you will not be working. So you know it that you will not be working in it. For example, if somebody gives you a job letter right now from Byju's, you're not going to join Byju's because you know it's going down the drain. So there's no point writing it that business growth. And all. These are all implied. Again, the point that I'm
okay,
making, that these are implied senses. Okay, I did not understand this.
okay.
Why question mark?
I mean, why the institute name? Like that. I
Okay.
have it.
I am drawn to dash because of its dash. A strong reputation for example. So I'm drawn to this because of it. This is some, again, I cannot answer that. You have to write it. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot answer that. I am drawn to this because of its this. I can give
I
you a
mean,
shot.
I am drawn to this college because of its uh, uh, quality. I mean, because of its factors like strong reputation for academic excellence, like that. So,
Okay, okay. The two things, Varun. First thing, uh, no decent B school. I'm saying this basically holds true for the Indian Institute of Management. But suppose it is not an IIM, suppose it's a, let's say, category 2 or a category 3 college. They are generally not going to ask you which all college offers are you getting and what are your ranking or priority. Nobody is going to ask you that, so there is no priority that these, because it's disrespecting also to the other institutes, and they would not do those type of things. Now if it is a stress interview, maybe they can ask such type of questions, but generally they don't ask priority and all that. For example, I know that if we are talking about IIMs, and if you have a call, let's say an interview offer from IIM Bangalore, at the same time IIM Calcutta, at the same time IIM Ahmedabad, okay, they can ask you like what all other offers are you getting, but they will never ask you what is your priority. Okay, and let's say ki sir, ABC to are all almost equal. If a lower, like if a lower college, let's say I am Ranchi or something. Okay, please don't get dissuaded by this IIM terminologies. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Suppose you are in a IIM Ranchi interview and you have gotten a call from IIM Ahmedabad. Okay, so there is a possibility that the IIM Ranchi faculties may ask you that what is your preference if IIM Ahmedabad selects you. Okay, I will ask you that question, Varun. Suppose this is an interview situation right now, and you're sitting in an HR, basically the interviewing panel. I am Ranchi panel, and I'm saying that suppose I am Ahmedabad gives you the convert, so you're converted I am Ahmedabad, and I am Ranchi also converted. So which is your priority? What would you say?
I
And
mean,
this is an interview situation. I'm not your tutor. I'm not your cat
if
tutor.
I'll check with the uh, uh, academic. Uh, which if I get any marketing kind of any specialization from it,
Both have marketing profiles.
yeah,
Both have
okay.
marketing profiles.
Mostly I'll select. I shouldn't say like this, but mostly I'll select Ahmedabad. In case any chances, I'll select Ranchi, sir.
So, you know, I don't know why you said this, but to be very honest, this should be the answer of most of the students, because obviously the priority order is like that. Na? If so first thing they will not ask you. Second
Okay,
thing, if they ever ask you, they know that obviously Ahmedabad has a greater name, credibility, and all that. So you should be prudent enough. You should be honest enough to say that, sir, obviously, first preference is I am Ahmedabad, but and you don't have to justify that. And now you're giving the second. So the first position is earned by I am Ahmedabad, and now you're giving a justification speech to I am Ranchi. They're saying, no, no, sir, if this doesn't work, I will go to Ranchi. No, don't do that. Just
okay,
say, yes, sir, I have a preference of I am Ahmedabad. But at the same time, if some other profile gets selected and if some other situations happen, maybe I would also consider Ranchi also. So, but if, suppose that profiles are available there, generally speaking, if they have asked you what is your preference, you should very honestly tell you that Ahmedabad is your preference. Now this is like, hypothetically, we have been speaking about Ahmedabad versus Ranchi. Any two college of malab, suppose we are talking about MDI. Okay, MDI Gurgaon versus IMT Ghaziabad.
India, good call. Okay,
So MDI Gurgaon versus IMT Ghaziabad. So both of them are like in 19. So suppose if this is good, this is, I mean, let's say not good. Say this is better. Okay, this is better. This is average. Okay, you are in a IMT Ghaziabad interview, this thing, and they ask you that you have a this thing, MDI Gurgaon. So which are, I mean, what are your preferences, Varun? Tell me. So obviously you should say, "Ki, sir, uh, I have a preference of MDI Gurgaon over IMT Ghaziabad, but because of so and so reasons, because I think I will be better, I will be able to better hone my attitude and all that in that." So, but then please understand that these type of questions can also be asked you. Okay. So, MDA and all that, we did that discussion. This is not required though. Chalo, what is the last next part? Strong reputation for academic excellence in business and management. Almost every Tom, Dick, and I'm not see when I am marking a cross now. This does not mean that you shouldn't write it. The point is that I can cross this question. Okay, I hope you understand what it. So strong reputation for academic excellence. Every college, every Tom, Dick, and Harry college has a strong academic excellence. So there's no problem with that. Experienced faculty, everyone, every Tom, Dick, and Harry will have experienced faculty. Do you think some of them will just, pick any random Tom, Dick, and Harry from the streets
No,
and
no, I mean, I don't have any specific points to mention, so I usually use it to write normal.
Chalo, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Opportunities for internships, projects, and network. You will have enough opportunities. You'll have enough
Okay.
opportunities, so there's no point. Okay. So, but take I mean, it's okay. That only tells me that you haven't seen rather sawn. You haven't seen the other SOPs. See, this is one of the SOPs. We'll read these SOPs also, and then we'll do a critical analysis also. I hope that is okay with you, Varun. We're not
Yes,
if we are not able to go. See, I have a couple of CMAT questions also. We'll practice them tomorrow. I'll keep a session if you're okay with it.
yes.
Is it okay, Varun, if we keep a class at 8 somewhere?
Yeah, it's fine, sir. I
Tomorrow?
mean, today I went to my relative's home. I was
Mhm.
not able to come early, so I asked to reschedule the class. That's
Or
it.
Varun, just tell me one thing. Is it okay if we schedule a class around 5 p.m. in the afternoon, the ones that we used to do earlier?
Yeah, sir, it's fine.
Okay, I'll ask you. I'll send you a message on WhatsApp or someone, and we'll schedule that. Okay.
Yes.
Because in the night these days, I am also not feeling so.
Yeah, it's because of too cold. It's again
Yeah.
getting sleepy.
Not sleepy. Maybe sleepy, but I am actually doing some other works. I was solving the videos and all that. So
Okay,
yeah. Anyways, let's read ahead. Yeah, this is personal qualities. I possessed excellent communication. You have a good communication, but don't use these type of work that
okay.
excellent communication, because you have a good communication. That's okay. Interpersonal skills, fine. You can write these things. Work in terms, with a strong ability to work in terms. Is this supposed to be
Yeah,
teams?
yeah. I mean, typo.
Okay, fine, fine. Ability to work in teams and adapt to
Adapt
new.
new environment.
Okay. Now around this, they can ask you that, Varun, have you gotten out of your city uh, for some, let's say, internship or some this thing? Have you gone outside of your city?
I mean, up to now, no, sir.
So then,
I will be doing internship in next semester, sir. After this exams, I need to go to Bangalore for
huh,
internship,
huh,
probably.
so that's okay. Then you can use this point, because they'll have some cross questioning that which how have you been able to adapt to your new environment and so on, right? Conclusion is that I am confident that my PGMBA program at,
College
again,
will go.
you this is I mean, this is not required, but it's okay.
Okay.
Will provide me the ideal foundation for a successful career in business and management. I look forward to contribute my skill knowledge to the community. This also is a very decent line, so no problem with that. um, Fine. The last line is fine. It's okay. So I think we have gone through an elaborate discussion on what is there. Let's look at the other SOPs, right?
Yeah.
That what exactly is an SOP? We will just, I mean, I'll just read the first line and then we'll decide which one to read. Okay, I'll just read it quickly. I was born and brought up in a small town in Jharkhand by my mother and father. Adversity struck us when I was alone. So see, Varun, what is this? If you just pay attention, okay, if you just pay attention, uh, the fellow started by saying, I was born and brought up in Jharkhand to my mother, a housewife, father, working professional. Adversity struck us when I lost my father at the age of 5. So basically, what is he doing?
Storytelling. Yeah.
So he's building up a story. Each day since then was an endeavor to keep my heads up above the water with a bare minimum earning and sustenance for the entire family. However, there was no self pity. There was just an acceptance of the situation we were in, and a firm determination to make the most of it. I consistently excelled in school now. Good one. I excelled in school. He's saying, let's see how much he excelled. He has used a very interesting word. I have excelled in school. Let's see how much he has excelled. Leading to exception of my school fees, I stood third in the school in class 10, second in 12. Thereafter, I stood first in the entire batch of my chemical engineering. And now this is an excellent profile. So if the person is saying, so he has some data to back up. So whenever he says that I excelled in school, the data is there. So yes, he has excelled. Since he's saying that I am first in my entire batch. Now, if you have understood, Varun, storytelling is a best thing that you can do. Now, is that what I'm saying, that whatever you have written is not right? No, you have written a very formal this thing.
way
This
of
is statement of purpose generally is not for, you can write it formally also, but if you see, this is very informal, very very, and it's long. Okay, it's long.
yes, yes,
And that is exactly what a statement of purpose is. It is about you. It is about all of you, whoever you are, your family, your relationship, with your friends, your teachers, your, you know let's say your romantic partners, whoever you would wish to write. Okay, some people will also write about their wives, their girlfriends and stuff like that, although I mean, under the decorum. Excellence in academics is just spilled over to excellence at work at uh, KN Oil and Gas, India's largest private crude oil producer in record of sorts. I have received 5 pats on the back award and one Rising Star award during my 5 years at Kane. In one initiative that received a lot of commendations, I devised a pipeline networking model that transmitted live parameters of pipeline such as pressure, fluid velocity, etc. Now, Varun, what is this?
explaining about his work
Yes,
experience.
yes, yes. This is what is. So now when you say computer, 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 so this is what you should be writing in computers. Okay.
Okay,
So whatever you have done in your computers, this is how you will computer technology and what all that. This is how you should be presenting that thing. Okay.
okay,
So pigging process that is necessary for maintenance of pipeline, so on and so forth. In my last 5 plus years in now this guy is somebody who's worked. You are a fresher. He has worked because he's written it over there also. In my
yes,
last 5 years in operations, I have approached operations in a merely maintain whatever I have challenged the status quo, improving not important. Other ideas included generated not important. So basically, what I understand is that in this part, he is just explaining the 5 years of his operations, and whatever he has achieved, some ideas that included reducing greenhouse emission gas generated from engine, formulating process monitoring reports, and so on and so forth. This is where you should write about your academics. Okay, that what you have been studying in your commerce, maybe academic profiles, what you have studied, and
what you achieved.
yes, something like that. Okay, now let's. I work on site field, female comprise. Now I work on site field where females comprise less than 1% of the population. When I joined, there were only 10 female employee, 1 2 year, thus being a new female professional. It is not always conducive. Now, I think this is a girl. I think this was a girl who was writing. Now, by going by the third para, I think this is a girl who is writing. Being a new female professional, it is not always conducive to understand different people's mindset and their working pattern. I remember being very nervous in the beginning, but now I firmly believe that whatever manage the carve a niche for me. Now this is basically working the you know I mean I should not use it, but again I mean you know let me write it, playing the girl card. This will help her though. This will really help her.
Yes,
Okay, what can you write over there? What can you do? Non-engineer. Okay,
yeah,
use the non-engineering streak. That I have been a non-engineer and I have gone through some struggles here and there. I was not good at quants, but I still managed to score and this and that. But say something, right? That will help you, right? Over these years, I have increasingly realized that operation functions is largely industry agnostic. Operations. Now, Varun, this is a discipline. This is a MBA discipline. Okay. Now, this person, this girl, is actually from an oil and something. She was working in oil and gas something. Okay, but now she's explaining why possibly she's looking for a MBA in operations maybe. Let's read ahead. Okay. I have increasingly realized that operations function is largely industry agnostic, barring minor industry specificities. Hence, moving forward, I do not want to be necessarily remain limited to oil and gas sector alone. Oh, maybe she is looking outside of her domain, and that's why this is where she's shifting of the how shall I change of trade, change of trade. Okay, obviously you are not changing your trade. Commerce to MBA is almost similar. Okay, India's sunrise retailing sector provides phenomenal growth opportunities to operation professional. As short-term goal, I aspire to work as a senior operation manager. See, this is what I was looking for. I aspire to work as a senior operations manager in an e-retailing firm such as Flipkart or Amazon. Over time, I know that I will prove myself and rise to the ranks to occupy leadership positions in operation management domain. Now, this is very important, Varun. If you can, please mug this line up. Okay, you will have the PDFs. Obviously, you don't have to mug anything, but you have the PDFs. The fact that how is that she is putting it out? I aspire to work as a senior operations manager. She knows the profile that she wants to work in. Sir, I want marketing profiles. No, but what type of marketing profile that you need to know? Sir, I want to do consulting. What type of consulting? I hope that makes sense, right? So, consulting and in a e-retailing firm such as Flipkart, Amazon, over time, I know that I'll prove myself. And this is the most important line, if I am allowed to use that, to occupy leadership positions in the operation management domain. This is the most important line, that you are aspiring for leadership positions. And if you write that you will aspire for leadership positions, you should be, somewhere. Till now, in absence of any formal education in operations, I have let experience and instinct guide me. However, as I aspire a career in operation, I would need a formal academic. But this is why you need MBA. Now, very purposely put, the last line is why MBA. Now they ask you, Varun, tell us, why do you want to do an MBA? This is where she is explaining you why she is doing the MBA. Till now, in the absence of any formal education in operation, I have let experience and instinct guide me. However, I aspire for a career in operations. I would, if as I aspire for a career in operation, I would need a formal academic background in operation management. At IMB, courses such as competition and strategy. Now she knows about the courses, competition and strategy, operation management will prepare me to assume higher responsibilities in operation and strategy management. Programs such as OP Arena will help me learn about operations industries, and Run Niti will teach me about business strategies and company. Apart from learning technical aspects, these events also become a platform of idea exchange and networking. IMB's vibrant operation management club, case study pedagogy, and experimental opportunities such as IMB Business Conclave will provide opportunities to apply my in-class learning to real-life situations, enabling me to confidently embark upon my future goal. Absolutely perfectly, I mean, written. And like, it's not very long also. Some people will say that, sir, SOPs needs to be a little long. Like, it's okay, you can write it short also, but as long as you have whatever is there. Varun, are you bored?
Yes, yes. Sir?
Are you bored?
No, no.
So have you gone through the understanding of this one? Is it clear?
Yeah, sir. I
So
mean,
very, yeah.
first explaining something and showing how what's because of it.
I feel like, we should have done some VRC also like this, but anyways, the fact is that, see, the problem now, Varun, I'll tell you what, I am not bad with VRC. The problem is that I have lost touch to VRC problem solving. I'm good with VRC to some extent, but it's been some time. I haven't tested myself. But I will I will solve all the 2024 slots. I have solved all the 2023 slots also, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's go to the next SOP, shall we, Varun?
Yes, yes.
Is there anything that you want to add, Varun?
I mean, coming to I have done nothing in undergraduation except the digital marketing course, and I was playing table tennis,
You
and
can
I
write about it, Varun. Obviously, you can write
okay,
about it.
okay, okay,
110% you can write about it. Varun, do
mm,
you see, Varun, why are we writing the SOP? We are writing so that we understand ourselves, so that when the interviewers ask us questions, we know everything about ourselves. Okay. Because the last
yes,
thing, you may not know anything about anybody else, but you should know everything about yourself. Not everything, but at least most of the things which are of required. Okay.
okay,
So let's go to the next SOP.
yes,
Jay Gosalia. I am Bangalore. Not a very long. You can see a very short-ish SOP. Let's read it. Okay. Starting with a very interesting quotation. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Wow. Harold R. McAlidin. Okay, let's read. Keeping this as a guiding principle in my life, I was able to achieve an all India merit rank at level 3 in the CA. Okay, the guy is a CA examination. Chartered accountancy helped me learn the in depth concept of the subject of accounting, audit, taxation, with brief insights in the subjects of finance and management. The first thing, now, the guy, although he is chosen, I don't know if he has converted. Obviously, he's a CAT registration number given, so maybe he's could be that he's selected also. I don't know if he got selected, but the point is that I'm not giving any merit to this line. It's a complete waste of my time. So if I read this line, I know it's a complete waste. You could have very well written that I'm a CA with this and this acumen, but all this do not follow where the path lead and all that is like not really required. Okay.
mm,
During my articleship training, I got opportunities to conduct statutory and internal audit of multiple businesses and work closely with the management, which taught me the relevance and applications of concepts learning during chartered accountancy. He's using chartered accountancy too many times, if you can see that.
yeah,
Okay, chartered accountancy here, chartered accountancy there. Why are you using too many same type of words? I'm not very impressed with this SOP though. Let's read anyways. These experiences broadened my perspective of the practical world, enabling me to grow professionally as well as professionally. He's saying that this broadened my perspective on what? Practical world may I need enabling me to grow professionally as well as professionally. Chalo, let's see if he has grown. The aspiration to pursue management has was sparked in me while organizing financial market based event during college festival. Okay, now this is interesting. This might help you. The aspiration to pursue management was sparked in me while organizing a financial market based event during my college festival. Leadership and innovation were the two key reasons that attributed to making the event successful. Now, we know that being an ardent lover of sports and playing cricket has imbibed in me the virtue of patience, teamwork, and most importantly, never die attitude. You said never say die attitude. Okay, there's too many. I if I it's gone. SOP is not a statement of purpose is not something that is um, that is taken into consideration while, let's say, into admission. But he's gone. If I'm Bangalore authority, I would have said, what is never die attitude? Never say die attitude is the line. Anyways, it also helped me understand the impacts of effective leaders. Acha, it also helped me understand the impacts of effective leaders on performance of the team. An inquisitive nature since childhood developed in me an understanding of multiple topics, be it pertaining to politics, technology, or astrophysics. Varun,
astrophysics is irrelevant to the
Varun, the guy is a chartered accountant. He's talking about astrophysics.
technology.
Maybe this is the SOP that we can ignore, but let's read just in case. My my
I think
career.
he's engineering.
Yes, Varun.
I think he has done his undergraduate in engineering, sir.
I don't think so. If he had done engineering, how can he do 3 levels of CA? I think the guy is a non-engineer.
Okay, okay.
No? My career goal is to lead an organization with consultancy industry in the let's read it. Let's see if we can get
Mm,
something useful. My career goal is to lead an organization in the consultancy industry. Now, I think the consultancy that he's talking about is the CA consultancy. That is a different consultancy than the ones, management consulting is different than CA consulting. In my view, the key to being a successful consultant being lies in having a detailed knowledge of business fundamentals, a comprehensive understanding of business functions, and a strong awareness of external factors affecting a business. Chalo Baba, you know this? Very good. Let's read ahead. I believe that management education from a prestigious institution like Bangalore with a robust curriculum case study approach will help me acquire multiple skill and understand various business function. I'm Bangalore is the place where world class business leaders are nurtured and developed with personalized care. This is a good line that IMB is the place where world class leaders are nurtured and developed with the personalized care. Could be one of the cornerstones of Bangalore's foundation involves infusing entrepreneurial mindset. Raghavan Center for Entrepreneurial Learning, providing a mentorship about whatever. Okay, like attracts me like a magnet to be a part of this institutes. The networking maintaining, I'm Bangalore. I believe that I have no. ठीक है, good but rejected. According to me, this is not a good one that you should be looking at. So, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, this one is rejected. Okay, don't even look at this one. SOP number two rejected. Leave it. Uh, Varun, I hope you're not getting bored, huh? This is
no.
important. Okay, this is an engineer. I'm currently in my final year of the dual degree program at the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Bombay. My specialization is in communication signal processing. Now, this is somebody who is an IITian, so probably he'll use some technical mumbo jumbo. Let's see. Right from my childhood, again, Varun, story.
Yes.
Okay, I let's see if this SOP is going to be, uh, good one like the one that we did. Okay, which I have eliminated something. Right from my childhood, I have been focused and consistent with my academic performances. In addition to academics, I also participated in extracurricular activities to aid my overall development. Varun, this is also something, please pay attention. I haven't asked you anything about the extracurricular activities that you may have done, which is
Yes.
obviously outside of the tennis playing that you said. Could be a part of
Yes.
your extracurriculars. So please pay attention to that as well. Aid my overall development, I used to practice gymnastics and stood third in the annual inter-school competition conducted by Bombay Athletic Association. This was followed by a freakish. Now, this is not a good word. Freakish. I mean, I would not be using such kind of words in an interview or any kind of SOP situation. Like, there's a formal draft that you're sending to an organization. You shouldn't be using informal words. This was followed by a freakish accident during a practice, which led me to being bed rest for a week. My parents and coach and friends supported me during this time, and further, he participated into something else, state level competition. So his story is not very convincing. Okay, story is okay, not very convincing. Let's read ahead. What has he done? Maybe this will talk about his academics. During the course of my education at IIT Bombay, I ensured to utilize the breaks to do internships. Now, this is interesting. Summer of 2017, interned at PNG in their Gillette blade razors manufacturing plant. My project was to reduce the spoilage and their double edge whatever. This exposed me to now whatever he did has helped him in his exposed me to the true essence of understanding and importance of a structured problem solving approach. By breaking it down to smaller parts, it brought me to the right balance of communications which require whatever management and bottom to hierarchy. And this, I always believe knowledge should be shared with other, and that's why I took up teaching roles as a teaching assistant in the linear algebra. Now, this is again not important. I want to add something. Okay, so Varun, when he was talking about his internship at Procter and Gamble, in their Gillette blade division, whatever, blah blah blah, and suddenly the person is saying, "I always believed that it brought me into the right balance of communication and all that," and then suddenly the change is happening. I always believed knowledge should be shared, which took me into taking teaching assistant on a course on linear algebra for first year students. You see, there is a mismatch
Yes, sir.
between what I started talking and what I ended up talking. There is a mismatch. I started with a internship at PNG. I have nothing mentioned what I have learned in PNG, so and so, and then I'm suddenly going into teaching assistant zoner and all that. So I think there is a, you should have at least completed what you have understood in that PNG thing and whatnot. But then again, or at least change the paragraph and discuss about your teaching stint in a different paragraph maybe. But fine, as far as the person is okay with it, who are we to say? What is his skill set? For the betterment of the society, I also took up mathematics to fully utilize my skill set for the betterment of the society. Varun, let's reread this again, yeah, please. To fully utilize his skill set for the betterment of the society, he took up mathematics for the underprivileged kid with the student run organization at IIT Bombay called Abhyasika. Now, this is a very interesting thing, but the betterment of society and all that bullshit should have been, out of this thing. Like, this basically tells me that he's an egotistic person. So there's a lot of ego that I can sense over there, that if he has not used his skills of mathematics, there would not have been any betterment to the society, and particularly to the underprivileged kid. Now, this is a clear demarcation that whatever I am doing for the underprivileged kid is for the betterment of the society. I don't see why somebody had the audacity to write something like that. Okay, not very good. Shouldn't have used these type of lingos. Now, Varun, if you have understood, what I am doing is I am reading, see, because the both of us, we don't have a lot of data points to work around. And since we discussed your SOP, okay, what are the major areas that we can work in, and what are the other areas that we can possibly go for? Varun, just give me 1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Just 1 second. Yeah, seems perfect. Then what is it lagging? I don't know. Mm, okay. Yeah. So Varun, as I was mentioning that, I we discussed your SOP, in which we discussed all the things that you could have done. Now what we are doing is we are trying to, find some faults, and basically doing a critical analysis of how we should not be designing our SOP. Okay, because Varun, let me put this thing to you. An SOP is not just important for an IIM or let's say a B school, this thing. It will also be important for a HR interviews also, because HR interviews are going to be a little less intimidating than the ones that are thrown at you at management schools, right? We'll read the next para. It talks about, hold on, it talks about I was a part of the institute's undergrad program at IIT Bombay. One of the key highlight of the tenure was revamping department website. Revamping. We formed a team of 9 highly skilled programmers and managed the process of revamping the websites. Processed My structured thought process led me to be nominated as the leader of the team to ensure all the timelines and deliverables are met. The dude is highly egotistic. Yeah? He says, my structured thought process led me to be nominated as a leader. Probably he's the one who has designed this team of 9 people. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's the one who is doing all that,
I think it's a
website.
makeup story kind.
Well, he thinks he thinks his engineering buddies are reading it. My structured thought process led me to be nominated as the leader of the team to ensure all the timelines and deliverables. Obviously, you have to be the team leader, na, because you are the one who's designing it, anyways. One of my key takeaways from this experience was how best to work in a team to get best output, or maybe give them a treat afterwards. I also got an opportunity from a semester exchange program at KTH Royal Institute of Technology, Sweden. Now, this is a very interesting point. All this bullshit that he has done over here, now, instead of going, he should have directly come to the exchange program. During the exchange, I got an opportunity to interact with exchange student. Obviously, you'll have the exchange this thing. Master student from around the globe. Apart from being an engineer, I am an avid traveler at heart. Oh, I have successfully completed 3 self-planned limited budget solo trip to Poland, Italy, Croatia, Hungary. Another aspect that actually molds the individual I am is passion for trekking. You can write these things as long as you are okay sharing stuff. These experiences have given me an exposure to different kind of culture, opened my mind, and has added an adventurous touch to my personality. This is okay. I don't have a problem with this. This is fine. Okay. The 5 years at IITB have helped me to learn about engineering technical skills during my PG. This guy is a post grad at IIT Bombay, and this is the level of English that he is using. Freakish. 5 years at IIT Bombay,
Hello,
and
sir.
the language that he is using, freakish. Okay, I am. Hold on, let me just get rid of it. I think I cannot get rid of it first. Varun, so what happened?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think network issue.
Okay, okay. No worries.
Yeah.
Your voice is a little low, but
Hold on.
I think it's okay.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine now.
Yes,
The
sir.
IIT Bombay helped me understood the importance of decision making, people management, communication during the course of my management education. The courses on decision science, managerial communication, and will beside the key management skills, how to synergize the functions that intrigue me to personal education, the finances of a company. This is bullshit. All that is bullshit. I does I look okay? So company, and here once again financial. Acha, it is essential to understand the finances of a company, and here once again the financial understanding, skill, and learning. So if you know that it is essential, and you are very good at self teaching, so why are you coming to IIM Bangalore? Why don't you self teach yourself and go and do all that? So thus I look forward to being a great learning experience during my course at management education at Bangalore. Faculty members and students are now okay. This fine. I mean, I'm not impressed with this, but at least, I mean, we have gone through the first part, so fine. Okay, now we will do one last. Okay, Varun, just in case. Uh, Varun, you can hear me now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, SOP number 5, Cat King NMIMS Super 30 sample SOP. So, this is a different one. This is a good one. I think Cat King SOP, so I have also shown. Please, she shows. After the mother in 2002, sob story. I have been conferred scholarship in Gujarat, and then they have cut it also. Restricted. Acha, they have written something like that. Let's read. Uh, they said that prepare a short essay of 600 words on yourself. Understand, on yourself. You may wish to talk about your background, significant events,
Yes,
accomplishments,
yes,
experience at your workplace, extracurricular activities, relationship with friends and family, and career plans, and how the postgraduate program in management from whatsoever college fits into your dream and ambition. Please make sure that your essay forms a coherent whole. That means, unlike the IIT Bombay guy and the other guy, it was not very coherent. Like,
yeah. I mean,
one
linking.
of, yeah, yes, exactly. One of the para is not getting linked with the other para, so not at all coherent. Now, this is not something that is going to affect you in any way, any bad ways. But generally, like, I mean, you are talking about yourself, so how can you be incoherent in that? Anyways, the essay should be simple, in simple direct English, and preferably typed in a readable format. Yeah, freakish. I still cannot get over the word freakish. How can you use such type of words? This is a commerce guy. We'll read this one also. Okay, this is a commerce guy, and tell me, I forget. Teach me, I remember. Involve me, I learn. This famous quote by Benjamin Franklin is always me, Meva. Sudha Kurmul. I think it's decent. I am a qualified CA and cleared all the three levels in first attempt. I intend to pursue a career in finance. When our best ठीक है, good. Knowledge has to be improved, challenged, increased constantly, or it vanishes. Peter Drucker. You know that there is no problem. A book is a dream that you hold in your hand. Wow, wow. The entire SOP is filled with quotations. You know, there are no problems if you are putting quotations, but in the interview room, if they ask you for a quotation and you're not able to quote the correct way, then there's a problem. And see, quotations are also a demarcation that you are a reader, that you have read it somewhere in a book or somewhere. You're not copy pasted it. So if you're
Yeah.
quoting it, then they will ask you in which book have you read it. So that ways quotations are very interesting. Let's read this one. From
Yes.
reaching the depths of the ocean, wow, to the heights of the mountain, I have explored it all. As an advanced open water diver and a high altitude trekker, one of the most distinguishing characteristics is the diversity of experiences I possess. With consistent performance throughout my academic life, I am a commerce graduate from Narsimunji, Commerce and Economics 2016, Chartered Accountant from ICAI in 2017, Cost and Management Account CMA, All India rank 6, Inter and All India rank 17, final level ICWAI 27. So this is a, I mean,
Achievement.
this actually is a stellar profile.
Yeah.
Okay, and also the person is a trekker as well as a open water diver. So he has some very interesting, you can say, extracurriculars or hobbies as such. Having started my career in finance with PwC, a big four entry, my interaction with a variety of client executives hailing in the top B schools of India strengthened my career admiration to do an MBA. The senior partners, this is important. The senior partners at PwC, also a visiting faculty at IIM Ahmedabad, has been my mentor, advising me about my career. Now, this is a very interesting line. Further, I worked at a mid-sized CA firm to get an exposure to different facets of a CA role. The guy is obviously a CA, so he knows what he's talking about. However, a career in finance is not just a, it is just a small part of my life. Very good. I mean, he has the audacity, he has the balls to say that. Career in finance is just a small part of my life. When you are a creative person, it's a natural progression to get involved in multiple avenues in the space, be it marketing, designing, entrepreneurship, management, event management, because for me, everything should look aesthetically good. Nice. I have held leadership positions in my college association as a chairperson or a director. This is not cool. Should have used chairperson and a director leading team of 25 plus members during, despite being from a commerce background, I am also a graphic designer. I have designed logos for Umang and Computer Society. Can work as a, acha, I am also a graphic. So okay, I am taking something out of it. Okay, I am also a graphic designer. Why? Because I can use Canva.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. VFX design website. Also being the director at Rotaract Club at NM College. I am, so now see, he's not using the full form. Nasimunji, he's given it the short form now. NM. I was engaged in activities like beach cleaning drives, visit the old age homes, which was changed my, which has change my perspective for life. Business plan has always intrigued me to think beyond the simple solution. I was always awarded the second prize for B plan competition of Mole Panorama, Panorama,
in a
whatever.
competition, a
Yeah,
kind of
whatever.
competition.
Yeah, Mole Panoromio, Ramio, Panoramio, which focused on gamifying the 2D e-commerce model into a 3D visual virtual mall wherein people can walk, touch, and interact. Features like collaborative shopping, 3D avatars for taking product around. This is a very, I mean, I'm impressed with this. I am actually impressed by this. So you're getting full stars. Okay, all these elements have given me a very broad outlook. Now I am very, very, very much impressed with this guy. Okay, uh, all these elements have given me a very broad outlook with a varying degree of knowledge and a range of topic. I strongly believe that all these qualities influence in my daily work and interaction more than what I have studied in my school and college. It has been these experiences that have shaped the person that I am today. I believe that this unique blend of experiences has made me a person with an original point of view. This blend has given me a broader perspective too, and a good understanding of life and a goal to aim for. Now, this is also a very interesting line. What he is saying, he is basically correlating everything that he's gone through, and is basically, pointing it towards the future. And I think finally, the concluding statement, let's read. As my long term goal, I strongly aspire to become a business leader. This is actually contradictory to what he is saying in the first line, but obviously, since he is applying for a MBA admission, so he eventually have to write that he is aspiring for a business leader or whatever. But it's, why do I say it's contradictory? Because somebody who says that I am a open water diver and I am a high altitude trekker is somebody with a ring of more non business uh, guy. Okay, somebody who's more open out there and doing his things. I don't know what he'll be doing in a business, this thing, or maybe he's just there could be two possibilities. A, he's bluffing everything, so he's a liar all throughout, or there is something fishy going around. So whatever he has written, it's nice. Let's read. I believe management education from a prestigious institute like IIM Bangalore with the curriculum case study approach will help me acquire the skills to understand various functions. The NS Center for Entrepreneurial Learning will aspiring entrepreneur opportunity to imminent academic, whatever networking, all that operation HR. I look forward to being in the class. My collective experiences not so this the kind of a person that he is. And when I said just two let's say one para above, I said stellar profile, very interesting, all that. And why does he wants to do MBA? Because aspire to become a business leader, and for what? Management education from a prestigious institute like IIM Bangalore will help him acquire multiple skills and understand business functions. That's okay. And then he's saying the networking and mentoring opportunity will take me closer to my goal. What is your goal? What is your goal? You have stated that you are a high sea, high altitude trekker, a open water diver. I don't understand what your goal is. It will also help me to get an exposure into the fields of marketing, operation, HR, which walk hand in hand with finance to be a successful leader. Leader in what? Are you willing to be like Gandhi? Leading what? Like, I look forward to bring to the class my collective experiences while simultaneously learning from the vast knowledge and experience of my peers and faculties at IIM Bangalore. Now, the last line is interesting, but I think I'm not quite impressed by the last line. He should have added much more depth into what he wants as a person from, or what he will be getting from the degree that he's aspiring for. Other than that, it's okay. Profile is still stellar, and the type of experiences that he has in his life is definitely something to we all aspire for that. But then the last line, why he wants to do in management this thing, is not something that is really going well with me. uh just a second. Okay. Yeah, so I think I hope I have made my point, Varun. The last line should have been a little bit more informative as to why I want to do this MBA. Perhaps he's a CA. He doesn't. He is doing a career in finance with PwC. He has a career of finance at PwC, and he's pretty much not happy with it. If I
I
am,
mean,
if
he's in Big Four. I mean, it's a four entities. I mean, Deloitte kind of
Yeah, yeah, I
MNC company.
understand that. Understand that. See, the point is now he's not happy.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to, which he has very swiftly not written, which he has very swiftly not written. And again, I'm nobody to judge all this, but I am saying that all this altitude hike, trekker, open diver, and all that is shouting that I am not happy with my current role. What's going on? Why is the pen not? Sometimes the pen gives me a this thing. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Why is the pen behaving fishy? Varun, just a second.
Yes, sir.
I guess there's some issues with what is going on here. I think it's got some got hanged or what? Yeah, the Foxet reader got hanged or something. I don't know. अरे भैया क्या हो गया आपको? Why are you not responding? This is exactly something which is I don't understand. It's unnecessary wastage of time. Just Varun, just give me 1 second. I'll just close it.
Okay.
I'll just close the. The instruction at a referenced memory and we could not be written. Okay, Jana bhai. I think we lost the one that we were looking at. Yes. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, Varun. I'm sharing it again. I'm sharing the screen again. Varun, you can see my screen, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will use the pen tool now. I'll not. I'll have to find a key to the pen tool. Yeah. I think I was doing too much this thing. Anyways, so basically what I was saying is that he's definitely not very much happy. So it's a clear indication of not happy with his current job. Okay, but he has not put that thing into his SOP. He has very cleverly, you know, changed the narrative. uh, if you have understood, right? He has said everything centered around why he wants to go to this. He's already doing a finance at PwC, the big four, and there are many things that he has. Maybe he is looking for a profile switch. Okay, Maybe he wants to go into managerial profiles or senior man, senior uh, associate profile or something like that. He's not very happy with his stint, and perhaps that could be one of the reasons why he has written a SOP like that. Does not take away the fact that he still has a very stellar uh, profile, but I mean, what can we say? What can we say? What we can say is that, sorry. What we can say is that uh, we can learn something from this. We can also learn that there are certain things that we can avoid if we can. Like, for example, you should be a little more in depth into writing what you want from the organization. Now, Varun, one thing I want to say before I turn off this SOP evaluation is that it's okay for the time being if you don't know which institution you're l- writing it for. For a shadow reference, you can write I am Bangalore. Okay, for a shadow reference. But that I am Bangalore is going to be like, it's just a, let's say, hypothetical institute. All other institutes are, I mean, going to be in the same this thing. So don't worry if, let's say, for some reason, you are confused between, but sir, which one am I applying for? Okay. So, where is yours? Uh, I think yours is, I closed it somewhere. But okay, I think I have given you some perspective as to what needed to be done.
Yes.
Uh, okay, let me get rid of this, Varun. I'll share my screen. Now, as to practicing questions, what all will we be practicing? Okay. Uh, just give me 1 second. I'll share my screen with you again. So, Varun, you can see the tab now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is CrackU, and we have past papers, CMAT previous year papers. And as you can see, CMAT, we have CMAT 2024 slot 2, slot 1, 23 slot 2, slot 1, and all that, right? So these are your some of the most recent CMAT papers. Okay. Now there are some old one also, like 2017, 2016, 2015, that I have shared with you in a PDF in our group. If you can go, you can find that out. So if I just click into it, we will go into the questions. For example, very basic DI, I mean, questions, basic QA questions. So possibly we can solve these questions on the go. Okay. And I don't see why these questions will be any problematic. So we'll do these questions, okay? And then if we feel like there is some topic that is not very much in my vicinity, then probably we will go to the modules and stuff like that also. But I don't think that would be necessary. I think PYQs would do the trick, right?
Yes, sir.
You can also use this. I think as far as I'm concerned, I think they have a video solutions also there. Hopefully, I don't know. No, they haven't. No, not given. So no solution actually. अरे, why no solution? They should have given solution. Na? अच्छा, only okay, only solutions are there. No explanation, nothing like that. Not good. Previous year papers, not very good. So many exams there are, Varun. You've seen us ZAT, CMAT, SNAP, NMAT, SRC, SRCC, GBO, MAT, IFT, IPMAT, PGDBA, CUET, PG. Varun, have you thought about CUET?
No, sir. I didn't. I mean, I if necessary, I will apply, sir.
I mean, think about it. Now there are MBA courses offered for CUT PG also.
Yes,
Think
sir.
about it.
I will check it, sir.
And what about APICET? This I think is in your state,
Yeah, sir. It's API, sir.
and this is for which
Telangana.
Telangana ICET.
Yes.
Gives very good papers. Yeah, we should prepare for that also. I mean, preparing in terms like Just, but these guys are very smart. They don't give solutions. They only give the answers. Kraku. What is wrong with you, Kraku? Varun, I think let's conclude tonight's
Yes,
session.
sir.
We have done a very elaborate SOP evaluation. I hope I have been able to give you some insight into how we can be looking at the SOPs. SOPs are really important, not just from the perspective of an admission into a B school, but also for an overall, let's say,
Knowing yourself.
yes, knowing yourself and answering the HR questions that can be posed at you. And you have to do this drill every, let's say, 5 years. Obviously every 5 year you will not be, if you are interested in switching your profiles into jobs and stuff like that, there will be some questions that will be targeted at you. So I'm hoping that, and Varun, please, if you can, read the SOPs yourself, the ones that I have sent you.
Yes,
Once we are done with the SOPs, we will go into some group discussion topics also. We will go into some personal interview also. I will send you the PDFs if I can find out. Most importantly, the thing is that please be aware of the outside world also, some general knowledge, some references also. Okay.
okay, sir.
Tomorrow we'll do a class in which we will be solving some quant questions.
Yes, sir.
In the evening, let's keep the class around at 8, or I will let you know, maybe 9, 8 or 9 will keep the class, because tonight
Yes, sir.
anyways we were discussing the SOPs. So fine, I hope that is okay with you.
Yes, sir. It's fine.
Chalo, good night.
Okay, sir. With me.
Yeah.